Pisces, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This is going to be your bi-weekly reading and love reading, okay, Pisces, from the 26th of July to the 10th of August. The first three cards, I'll draw 6 cards initially. First 3 are going to be for this week, 26th to the 2nd of August. The second 3 are going to be for the 3rd to the 10th of August, and then I'll pull some additional cards for the love as well. The love will just be sort of a, end of July love kind of thing, and then I'll put your August love reading up next week, okay? Right, we'll get started. I was drawn to this, actually, the amethyst. Usually I just use my quartz. That's just the standard crystal that I just put on my cards in between readings and just at all times, to be honest. But I finished shuffling, then this card wanted to come out, the amethyst. So let's us see. This is a card of insight, isn't it? Excuse me, a crystal of insight. And obviously, Pisces, you are the sign of emotional balance, of what is as above, so below, of compassion and, well, empathy, really. Understanding and creativity. That's how you process the world. That's how you process your intuition and ideas, and that might be very strong for you at the moment. Remember, Mercury goes retrograde today. Actually, it's the 25th today, but on the 26th, when you'll be watching this, it goes retrograde on the 26th of July, and then the full moon eclipse is on the 27th. So I'm just showing you cards that fell out, but I'll draw new ones. So you could be feeling quite connected to your feminine moon energy, your intuition right now, Pisces. I know that I actually am. I'm not a Pisces, and even I'm like, the energy is pretty strong for you. Look, I'm going to draw some cards now. I've already shuffled them, but anyway, let's get started, shall we, Pisces? So yeah, the amethyst came out. So let's see if this is about it should be about, hopefully, your insight, your intuition, your understanding. Obviously, it's a healing card as well. Okay, they're ready, Pisces. So we start off with the 8th, I'll put that on there, the 8 of Swords. Then we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the King of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, that's for this week, the 26th to the 3rd of August, and then these are for the following week as well. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is on the bottom, which is fab. So let's have a look, shall we? I feel like I need to... Ooh. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, so we start with the 8 of Swords, okay? 8s are about cycles, they're about karma, they're about the law of attraction, they're about infinity, okay? Sword energy is about our minds, our thoughts, our communications, also like electronic communications. This energy, I always feel sorry for the people, the individuals that have to experience this 8 of Swords. Now, we all do in our lives, in our times, we all go through 8 of Swords in life. There's a need, though, for you to break out of this, and there's a need for real healing. Now, you can't see me, but I'm closing my eyes now, and that's because the energy is extremely intense. And what this is telling me is that this has been your experience. Your experience has been quite intense, is currently quite intense emotionally and mentally, quite intense at the moment. Now, there's something that you are trying to break through. There's a way of thinking, or there's an attitude, or there's a way of behaving that has repeated itself for you over and over and over again for years or whatever. And I'm still closing my eyes. You can't see where I am, so I can't see anything, but it's important that I close my eyes for this, because my third eye, actually, what chakra is that? 6th chakra is actually being activated right now. So it's just easier to close my eyes when I do this. Anyway, so for you guys, Pisces, what that is telling me and suggestive of is your sleeping pattern. Some of you, now, I don't know where this is coming from, but some of you are taking drugs, psychoactive drugs, and it's all fun and games, but it's not really, because your self-esteem is what is the thing that you're trying to resolved. There's something's really challenged. And it's not like you, actually, Pisces, but something's really challenged you. You're quite happy-go-lucky, generally. But something's really challenged you at your core. And you're stuck in this energy. You're not, but you feel and think that you are. You feel like you're stuck in this energy and you're not. This week. It's a mind frame, a mindset, one that is, some of you are having really crazy vivid dreams. Some of you are not dreaming at all. Some of you are abusing drugs. I'm not talking, smoking a spliff. I'm not talking a bit of weed. I'm talking like, stuff that makes you see stuff. I don't know. Some of you are having hallucinations. I know that sounds strange. Or strong visions, in your sleep or in your meditation. Some of you are. And the things that you're seeing, I want you to be paying attention to, because get help. There's help that's needed. There's help that's either needed by you, or someone's trying to give you help. Someone in your world's trying to give you help in your life, or spiritually, the universe is saying, are you listening? Like, you need to stop this, or you need to start this, or whatever it is. There's something that you are reluctant to. There's a mind frame that you have been stuck with for such a long time, and you have to shake it. The universe is trying to help you to do that. The universe is trying to help you to break that cycle. But some of you are really stuck. Sleep. This is why sleep is so important. Okay, so some of you are not sleeping. You're going to bed, and you're just watching TV, or you're playing on your games on your phone, whatever it is. I don't care. But what you need to do is you need to sleep. You need to stop trying to control what goes on in your head. You've got to allow. It's against your nature, Pisces, to hold back the dam. You are one that allows the dam. I mean, the emotional dam. I'm being metaphorical here. You've got to allow that to flow open, okay? We've got the Knight of Wands, this is a kind of instability. Yeah, it's a kind of passion, it's a kind of movement, it's a kind of motivation, but it's a kind of instability. And I really feel like it's linked, it goes back. Maybe in your past, you were unstable. Maybe in your past, you were unreliable. Maybe in your past, you were a cheater. Maybe in your past, you couldn't have a solid relationship. And for some reason, you think that you're still like that, but you're not. It's not. Maybe you were cheated on in your past. Maybe you had this one night, this kind of relationship with somebody, Pisces, just kind of not one night stand, but what do they call it? Booty call. So we call it in the UK, booty call. Is that what we call it? Oh, do you know? It's been that long since I was at university now. I can't even remember lingo. Anyway, I'm not that old, but you get my point, yeah. Someone, a booty call, that's what they called it. And you're really being hard on yourself, actually. Some of you are being hard on yourselves in just accepting that that's what you lived, that's how you were living, that's who you were at the time. It's not a big deal. That's what happens in life. But for some of you, it is a big deal. For some of you, you are struggling with getting out of that mindset. Others of you are still behaving as though you are 17 years old or 18 years old or 19 years old and wanting to still behave in that way, knowing that it's unhealthy for you, knowing that, as I said, it's all right. If you want to have a smoke, a spliff, have a spliff, or if you want to have a drink, have a drink. But when it comes to the point where you're literally drinking and smoking or snorting, or the drugs or whatever, that type of lifestyle where you're out Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, you're rolling to work on Monday. If you're still in that mind frame and that way of being, some of you don't want to be in that mind frame anymore. Some of you don't want to live your life like that anymore. And I think as well, right, this is why this has come up, because the universe is trying to say to you, you need to stop, and the universe is trying to give you encouragement and help. Universe, whatever you believe in, your ancestors, divine, God, whatever. The universe is trying to say to you, right, you don't have to feel like this anymore. You don't have to be like this anymore. You don't have to think that you're that person anymore. This is what we've moved on to. The king of Pentacles, really solid energy. Linked to the earth signs, linked to Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I've not done those readings yet, but check those out if you're related to any of those people in your life. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm always going to say good things about the King of Pentacles. But this is a card of manifestation. This is a card of being able to, one, look around at the life that you've built for yourself and say, do you know what? I've built that. I think that some of you are like stuck. It's like arrested development. Well, it's not strictly speaking arrested development, but it's as if some of you are stuck in cycles that you were doing years ago. You're still doing the same thing. You're still treating guys the same way, or you're still treating women the same way, or you still can't be settled down in a relationship, or you still want to go out partying 4 times a week, even though you've got a job and a mortgage. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that type of thing. So it's as if, for some of you, these will be other people. These will be, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. For some of you, it will be that. But it doesn't feel like that. What it feels like is it's like there's these are your yin and yang Pisces at the moment. That's what these are. This is your yin and your yang. This is your the balance and the thing that's trapping you. So which one are you, Pisces? Are you Knight of Wands now, or are you King of Pentacles now, or can you just not see that? It's the word toxic came to my head when I was looking at this card, because there is a level of toxicity always with with any eights, because they're cycles. So sometimes if we're stuck in negative cycles, it can be toxic to us. And I'm going to come straight to the devil energy. Again, I said I'm a Capricorn. This is my energy. So for me, as a Capricorn, if I see this, I'm celebrating, because I know that this means I'm in my element. This means that I'm going to be working hard, taking no breaks, being decisive, taking action, work. That's what this energy is for me. For me as a Capricorn. For you, it's something different, okay? It is linked to the earth. It is linked to manifestation, just like this. But it's linked, look at this. It's basically the Lover's card, the reverse of the Lover's card. As above, so below. That's your sign, Pisces, okay? If you think about it, your sign is these fish and they're in balance. That's your sign, your energy. This is like you seeing the worst in yourself, you recognizing the worst in yourself. It can be, I think it's liberating, actually. I think you'll feel liberated, Pisces, to actually overcome this and to actually realize that, this is what is you need to get out of. This is the chain you need to break. I think that's for some of you, you do feel like you're still 18, 19, and you're not. You're fully grown. You're older than me, some of you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're older than... But what I mean is, there's opportunities the following week, okay? This is the 3rd to the 10th. There's opportunities coming in for you of a new beginning, a new start. I really hope you can take the blindfold of the 8 of Swords off and really become conscious, mindful and aware of how you're treating yourself, what you tell yourself in your mind, the actions that you take. This, you've got to start becoming conscious of it, and this is what this card suggests. It suggests a new beginning in whatever area we're looking at. In this instance, it's about your clarity, your focus, your self-esteem, your point of view, your perspective about yourself. There's going to be a new one of that. Before we can get from this first week, if you look at that, before we can get from you making the decision, a yin and a yang, this is yin and yang, yeah, basically. It's like, before, it's like either you are currently King of Pentacles and you still think and behave and treat people as though you're the Knight of Wands, or vice versa. So you think you're King of Pentacles, solid, stable, dependable, but actually you're flaky and you're this. You're flaky, you're in and out, you lack security. The following week is about the clarity. The World card is about you understanding that, you taking the blinkers off, the blindfolds off, and knowing for truth, for real, who you are, how you're showing up in the world, yeah? And for some of you, that's all good. For some of you, the options is this. You've got the Hierophant. Some of you might be dating, this card is linked specifically to Taurus, so you might be dating Taurus, some of you. But the Hierophant is like structure, order. The Hierophant is tradition. The Hierophant is connection to the divine, because it's the Pope, and Christian tradition dictates that the Pope is, oh my gosh, sorry, the Pope is Jesus's sort of representative on earth, and as a divine connection to Christ. So this is what Christian traditions think and believe, and that's what the Hierophant used to be called, the Pope card. Interestingly, little side note, is the first Pope ever apparently in the Bible is St. Peter, and St. Peter was a fisherman, and his symbol is fish. And I went to St. Peter's school, that's how I always remember this, when I was younger. And, you know, in our church, we had the keys, cross keys, and the fish. That was St. Peter's. Why am I telling you this, Pisces? I'm telling you this because it's a case of, I feel like I'm telling you this because it's about you getting intimate with yourself again. You becoming really, really aware. You know, I want to see a light here. I want to see the sun or the hermit or something like that. Page of Wands, you know, I get energy. So we've got, you know, we're moving. This is to clarify this. I mean, this is about motivation, feeling motivated enough to move, feeling motivated to take action, and it's grounded though, and it's stable. It's a message of help. It's a message of, not like, well, potentially, yeah, next step. Some of you will just move away from the toxicity, from the indecision, from, you know, the negative mental cycles that you've been going through. You'll move out of that energy, the devil energy, some of you. I mean, don't be afraid of the devil energy, because I think we all need to have this within us. We all do have it within us as well. We all have the capacity to work without a break and to go even when we're tired. You know, you've got to keep going sometimes. But for you in this instance, it's about the toxicity that we need to, it's like it's going to be at the surface. It's like it's going to be revealed to you. It's like you're going to see for yourself whether you're the Knight of Wands or the King of Pentacles, or whether you're, you know, behaving in ways that don't truly reflect who you are now, today, okay? That's the realisation, and the realisation of that is almost the devil energy. Do not hate yourself. Do not judge yourself, because we all of us have every single one of these energies and experience. These are archetypes, these are symbols of events, of feelings, of emotions, of experiences. Every single tarot card is, and we all have the devil, we all have that within us. We can all be idiots at times, we can all do things that are stupid, we can all hurt ourselves at times. All of us, every single person on the planet, period, as you'd say in America. Hi to my 52%. 52% of my viewers are from America. So don't hate yourself for being like this or being like this. Don't hate yourself for it. Learn, understand, reflect. Why have I behaved like that? Why was I treated that way, etc, etc. Okay, that's important for you to learn. Let me just take a little bit. I mean, I think these are really, these two cards here, this is where you're headed. This is where you're going, okay? This is the good stuff, Pisces, okay? This is the stuff that we need. This is the stuff that you want to see. Did that work? I hope it did. I'm just taking a picture. And I think you can be confident and happy about that. Oh my gosh, right. I've got just a couple more minutes. I'm just going to pull out. Oh God, these cards are like, leave us alone. Leave us alone. I'll use these cards for your love. I'll just pick out 3 for love. I'll do, as I said, I'm going to do your August love next week. So you'll be able to come back up to the channel. You know, if you subscribed, like, thank you for everyone. God, I had a lot of new subscribers, loads of new subscribers this month. I don't share my subscriber count yet. I will once I've got a figure in mind that I want it to get to before I share it with everybody. But it's good. It's over 4. It's 4. Anyway, it's over. Anyway, it's a lot. It's going up. So thank you for the people that have been subscribing. And subscribers get offers, as you well know, those people that have already emailed and had your private readings. Anyway, so let's look at Pisces, the heat. These, wow, this is one of yours for love. The Emperor. I think they want to come off the bottom. Usually that doesn't happen, but today it is. It's happening off the bottom. Wow, okay. And then this one. Listen, I've got 2. Okay, good. Okay, so we've got... Oh, sorry. I know you think it doesn't matter, but it does. The energy of these cards is ridiculous. So, look at that. First of all, Emperor. Okay, so for some of you, this is love. This is just going to be love to the end of August, beginning of, end of July, beginning of August. I'll pull some more cards, as I said, in your next reading. We've got the Emperor. There's a lot of major arcana around for you. So, this is about, really for me, this is about controlling, being in control of your own destiny when it comes to love. That's basically what this is about. It's about being in control, being in charge, being firm about the things that you want. Some of you, some of you will have had actually people coming back from your past. Actually, this, some of you have had people coming back from the past in July, and maybe some of you have been thinking about going back to someone from your past. It's part of me wants to say forget it, but it's just because of the sternness of the Emperor. The Emperor, I mean, in tradition, the Emperor, masculine energy is actually compassionate. If we're looking at Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, masculine energy is compassionate. I never feel this with the Emperor though, and not in this instance. But this is about compassion for you. This is about your self-worth. This is about your self-worth and your compassion. You're in charge of that, and I think that you need to. I think that there's been, this is the magician energy. I think that for some of you, there's been way too much time on your own. I mean, look at all this energy. It's all masculine energy. The Emperor, the Magician, King of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. It's all masculine energy. And some of you have really been ballsy. And I mean that by you've remained in your lane, actually, i.e. remained single. Some of you just been single for some time, and it's been your choice to do that. It's been your choice to do that. With the Magician, this is about having everything within your power to manifest the things that you want. And it looks like some of you with the Page of Pentacles here, Pentacles energy is about manifestation. It is about things that we put energy and effort to manifest and to see, bring forth into this world. So when we've got the Page of Pentacles here, it's as if some of you have done the work. It's like you haven't, some of you have just not, and I feel like I'm talking to the men. Maybe it's because they're all men on the cards. Let me just talk to the men for a second, okay? Not just the single Pisces men, the Pisces men watching this video. This is you being single, you being isolated, even if you're in a relationship. Purposely. It's as if you're sick of repeating things in relationships. You're sick of repeating cycles in relationships, and so you want to have purposely pulled back. So that means if you're someone who dates a lot, you've not been dated. If you're someone that uses online apps and stuff, you've not been using those. Even those people who have been out on dates or who are in relationships have been isolating themselves from the person that they're with. It's as if there's the energy of you want a new beginning, you want a new start from doing that. But there's something there. There's some sort of unfinished. It's like something unfinished. For some of you, there's unfinished business. It's like there's something that's like a gnat in the fly, in the ointment. Do you know what I mean? Like something that's like doing your head in. Do you have to apologise to someone, Pisces? Or does someone owe you an apology? Or, have you been... It's that type of thing. There's something that's like... I'm not spending any more time on this. 9 of Pentacles. Again, what have I just said about independence, being on your own, being single? I'm going to stop this reading anyway, because I haven't got the time to continue, but because I'm doing all the other readings. I'll just quickly mention the King of Swords. This is about clarity, though. And mental clarity, balance, that's what this card's about. Speaking your truth, also cutting things out of your life that no longer serve you. you know, with the Emperor and the Magician, you're the boss. You're the ruler of your own destiny. The control. Why is that doing that? There we go. You're the ruler of your own destiny. You're in charge of your clarity, your mental clarity, your cognition, your understanding of yourself, your understanding of other people, and you really gain a strength and a wisdom over the next couple of weeks about why you've been in this, why you've chosen to isolate yourself. And as I said, even if you're in a relationship, even if you're female in a relationship, you've almost isolated yourself, Pisces, from the relationship partner, from your husband, from your wife, or from dating if you're single. You've isolated yourself. But this has been a positive thing for you, because now you realise that you've got everything that you need, i.e. Magician, i.e. Emperor. You've got everything you need in order to have the type of relationship you want, and in order to have a balanced relationship. It's just funny how the Nine of Pentacles came out. 9 + 1 is 10. But again, this is a card of independence. So I think some of you have been single for a while, or isolating yourself for a while, and now there's new coming in. When we get the pages, that's what this represents as well. Okay. Sorry to rush that a little bit, but I've only got so much battery and space to record, and I've got to record everyone's videos. I hope that was okay for you, and yours is way over 10 minutes, over 15 minutes over. Never mind. I hope that was okay for you. Please check back for your August full love readings for August next week. If you haven't already, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Have a fabulous day. Take care. Bye.